Chapter 10. At that time the Lord said to me, Hew you 2 tables of stone like the first, and come up to me onto the mountain, and make an ark of wood. I will write on the tables the words that were on the first tablets which you broke, and you shall put them in the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like the first, and went up onto the mountain, having the 2 tablets in my hand. He wrote on the tablets, according to the first writing, the 10 commandments which the Lord spoke to you on the mountain out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly, and the Lord gave them to me. I turned and came down from the mountain, and put the tables in the ark which I had made, and there they are as the Lord commanded me. The children of Israel traveled from Beroth Bene Jaakan to Mosera. There Aaron died, and there he was buried, and Eleazar his son ministered in the priest's office in his place. From there they traveled to Gudgoda, and from Gudgoda to Jotbatha, a land of brooks of water. At that time the Lord set apart the tribe of Levi, to bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, to stand before the Lord to minister to him, and to bless in his name to this day. Therefore Levi has no portion nor inheritance with his brothers. The Lord is his inheritance, according as the Lord your God spoke to him. I stayed on the mountain, as at the first time, 40 days and 40 nights, and the Lord listened to me that time also. The Lord would not destroy you. The Lord said to me, Arise, take your journey before the people, and they shall go in and possess the land, which I swore to their fathers to give to them. Now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you, but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command you this day for your good. Behold, to the Lord your God belongs heaven, and the heaven of heavens, the earth, with all that is therein. Only the Lord had a delight in your fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all peoples, as at this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. For the Lord your God, he is God of gods, and Lord of lords, the great God, the mighty and the awesome, who doesn't regard persons, nor takes reward. He does execute justice for the fatherless and widow, and loves the foreigner, and giving him food and clothing. Therefore love the foreigner, for you were foreigners in the land of Egypt. You shall fear the Lord your God, him shall you serve, and to him shall you cleave, and by his name shall you swear. He is your praise, and he is your God, who has done for you these great and awesome things, which your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down into Egypt with 70 persons, and now the Lord your God has made you as the stars of the sky for multitude. Psalm 94. Yahweh, you God to whom vengeance belongs, you God to whom vengeance belongs, shine forth. Rise up, you judge of the earth, pay back the proud what they deserve. Yahweh, how long will the wicked triumph? They pour out arrogant words, all the evildoers boast. They break your people in pieces, Yahweh, and afflict your heritage. They kill the widow and the alien and murder the fatherless. They say, Yah will not see, neither will Jacob's God consider. Consider, you senseless among the people, you fools, when will you be wise? He who implanted the ear, won't he hear? He who formed the eye, won't he see? He who disciplines the nations, won't he punish? He who teaches man knows. Yahweh knows the thoughts of man, that they are futile. Blessed is the man whom you discipline, Yah, and teach out of your law, that you may give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit is dug for the wicked. For Yahweh won't reject his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. For judgment will return to righteousness, all the upright in heart shall follow it. Who will rise up for me against the wicked? Who will stand up for me against the evildoers? Unless Yahweh had been my help, my soul would have soon lived in silence. When I said, my foot is slipping, your loving kindness, Yahweh, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, your comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of wickedness have fellowship with you, which brings about mischief by statute? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous, and condemn the innocent blood. But Yahweh has been my high tower, my God, the rock of my refuge. He has brought on them their own iniquity, and will cut them off in their own wickedness. Yahweh our God will cut them off. Chapter 38. In those days was Hezekiah sick to death. Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz, came to him and said to him, Thus says the Lord, Set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Then Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord and said, Remember now, O Lord, I beg you, how I have walked before you in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in your sight. Hezekiah wept sore. Then came the word of the Lord to Isaiah, saying, Go and tell Hezekiah, Thus says the Lord, the God of David your father, I have heard your prayer, I have seen your tears. Behold, I will add to your days 15 years. I will deliver you in this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend this city. This shall be the sign to you from the Lord, that the Lord will do this thing that he has spoken. Behold, I will cause the shadow on the steps which is gone down on the dial of Ahaz with the sun to return backward 10 steps. So the sun returned 10 steps on the dial whereon it was gone down. The writing of Hezekiah king of Judah when he had been sick and was recovered of his sickness. I said, In the noontide of my days I shall go down into the gates of Sheol. I am deprived of the residue of my years. I said, I shall not see the Lord in the land of the living. I shall see man no more with the inhabitants of the world. My dwelling place is removed, and is carried away from me as a shepherd's tent. I have rolled up like a weaver my life. He will cut me off from the loom. From day even to night will you make an end of me. I quieted myself until morning, as a lion, so he breaks all my bones. From day even to night will you make an end of me. Like a swallow or a crane, so did I chatter. I did moan as a dove. My eyes fail with looking upward. Lord, I am oppressed. Be my collateral. What shall I say? He has both spoken to me, and himself has done it. I shall go softly all my years because of the bitterness of my soul. Lord, by these things men live. Holy therein is the life of my spirit. You restore me and cause me to live. Behold, it was for my peace that I had great bitterness, but you have in love to my soul delivered it from the pit of corruption. For you have cast all my sins behind your back. For Sheol can't praise you, death can't celebrate you, those who go down into the pit can't hope for your truth. The living, he shall praise you as I do this day. The father to the children shall make known your truth. The Lord is ready to save me. Therefore we will sing my songs with stringed instruments all the days of our life in the house of the Lord. Now Isaiah had said, Let them take a cake of figs, and lay it for a plaster on the boil, and he shall recover. Hezekiah also had said, What is the sign that I shall go up to the house of the Lord? When he opened the 7th seal, there followed a silence in heaven for about half an hour. I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and 7 trumpets were given to them. Another angel came and stood over the altar, having a golden censer.
Much incense was given to him, that he should add it to the prayers of all the saints on the golden altar which was before the throne. The smoke of the incense with the prayers of the saints went up before God out of the angel's hand. The angel took the censer, and he filled it with fire of the altar, and threw it on the earth. There followed thunders, sounds, lightnings, and an earthquake. The 7 angels who had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first sounded, and there followed hail and fire mixed with blood, and they were thrown on the earth. 1/3 of the earth was burnt up, and 1/3 of the trees were burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. The second angel sounded, and something like a great burning mountain was thrown into the sea. 1/3 of the sea became blood, and 1/3 of the creatures which were in the sea died, those who had life. 1/3 of the ships were destroyed. The third angel sounded, and a great star fell from the sky, burning like a torch, and it fell on 1/3 of the rivers and on the springs of the waters. The name of the star is called Wormwood. 1/3 of the waters became wormwood. Many men died from the waters because they were made bitter. The fourth angel sounded, and 1/3 of the sun was struck, and 1/3 of the moon, and 1/3 of the stars, so that 1/3 of them would be darkened, and the day wouldn't shine for 1/3 of it, and the night in the same way. I saw and I heard an eagle flying in mid-heaven, saying with a loud voice, "Woe, woe, woe for those who dwell on the earth, because of the other voices of the trumpets of the 3 angels which are yet to sound."